Every day since leaving the outposts of Saris was a hazy dream of warm afternoons spent paddling up Eldor Lake and then the Gaina River. Book 2, Eldest, Chapter 24, Arrow to the Heart, Chapter 25, The Dagshelgr Invocation, and Chapter 26, The Pinewood City. Welcome to Eragon and Back Again, a podcast where we explore Christopher Paolini's inheritance cycle chapter by chapter. I'm Lucy Hart.
And I'm Darien Smartt.
Hello.
Hi.
I'm very excited to be this chapter.
We're finally there.
Yeah, we're finally at the Elismira, right?
Yeah.
And then I love this chapter because it's so much like history in it. It's super cool.
I know. Before we get into all of that,
before we jump
Lucy,
in, yes,
do you have a spark of inspiration?
I do.
Yeah?
It's kind of weird. It's a little weird.
Please.
So I've gotten into the habit of watching like ASMR videos to help me go to sleep. But I don't like the like it's weird. I don't like the ASMR videos that are like purposeful ASMR. So like the like tapping or like the brushing against the stuff, like the but I like the natural sounds. So a lot of it, like I watch scalp massages and stuff like this. So just like the natural noises. But I recently found this ASMR gal where she sets up. It's interesting because it's a first person ASMR where it's like she's taking care of you.
I've heard of those.
Yeah, and she's got these like sets, or like she sets up this room to look a certain way. And it's incredible. Like the amount of time and detail she puts into these like background sets is amazing.
That's
but
really cool.
but I found this one where she's a knight and she finds you, who is also a knight. And she takes you back to her like camp, and she helps like heal you cuz you're like really wounded, and so she helps like dress you, and then her squire is there, and the squire comes in and out of the room but you don't see her, and she's helping. And it's like really like I saw this and I was like, that's really cool. And it's actually like apparently like a letter comes in and it's like, oh, the king is gonna make you a king's knight because of your like bravery and stuff on the battlefield, and isn't that cool? And but it like watching that inspired me to write my story, which is set in like that area. So now if I'm writing, I will have that pulled up in the background while I'm writing, because it's like that era is kind of what I want. And also it's just like, it's this very soft, quiet, like white noise, and also just like quiet whispers and talking, and just like natural, like she's like wraps like an arm. I can't remember if an arm is it, but she like wraps, you hear the fabric, like the wrap or whatever, band-aid, like wrapping around the arm or whatever. And it's just nice to have in the background. So yeah, that's
really
mine.
cool.
I just I can't, let me pull up what her is. She's great. She's really good. It's she's French, and some of her videos are like, oh, like a French lesson and stuff like that. It's really cool. So the ASMR YouTube channel is called Moonlight Cottage ASMR.
Nice. Okay. I'm definitely going to put that link down. Hey, dear listeners, you know we list our sparks of inspiration in the show notes, right? I mean, you probably don't. We do. I don't know if that's useful. It's just a thing I like to put in the show notes, and there'll be a link to it in the show notes if you want to check it out.
I like it. She actually released her latest video was 5 days ago, and it's a witch's brew, and it's basically she's a witch trying to make a potion work, and it's so funny because she does it like it doesn't work through the whole video until the end, of course, and she just gets so frustrated when it doesn't work. Like there's a point where she's like doing it and then it doesn't work, and then she face palms really hard. It's very funny, but
that's so good.
Yeah, it's very I really enjoy her work. Anyway, what's your spark of inspiration?
I'm just gonna say Hades 2 is good.
Yes.
Hades 2 is good, and I'm having a real good time and really, really like the characters and the dialogue and the way this world is so carefully constructed. And it's like, yeah, I just wanted more Hades. I just wanted more Hades and more story, and I got that exactly in spades. And so I'm Yeah, I'm very happy.
Yay! I actually
I love being a witch.
Yes, that's real. I love that too.
Mhm.
The first weapon you start off with is so satisfying, but I'm excited to
Yeah.
explore with the other ones.
Yeah, I have the sister blades. Those have been
Oh
my thing that
yes.
I've been good at. I tried
Mhm.
the axe for a little bit and got wrecked real quick because it's too slow and it's not my gaming
Yeah.
style. And I can't wait to get the torch
Mhm.
because my best weapon was Hestia's gun in
Yes.
Hades. So I'm just like, you give me that torch, let's go.
Yep. Yep.
So
I
yeah,
actually
just
just
Hades too
oh
good.
yes, Hades 2 is excellent. I don't want to dive bomb, but I finally beat Hades actually fully completely.
Nice. Oh my gosh, you beat him. You got
Yeah.
out 10 times.
I got out 10 times.
Yay.
I've got out honestly probably about 13 times now because
Nice,
I
nice.
didn't have the couple in Elysium.
Patroclus and Achilles.
Yes. I didn't have them to get together, so now they're together. And now I want Chaos and Nyx to be friends again. So I'm
Yes,
working on
you
that
gotta do.
right now.
And you've got you're in the prologue where you can do all the things, and then there's like one more ending you can get.
Yep.
Uh, but yeah, it's great.
Yep.
Hades is good. I'm so excited.
Yes. It's very good. Sorry, I kind of sidebarred that.
No, you're good. I love Achilles and Patroclus. That's actually the one thing in Hades 1 that I haven't gotten yet. Like I freed Achilles from his contract.
Yeah.
He went off to see Patroclus. I just haven't seen them yet. I just have not seen them yet. That's the one thing that I need to do to be like, I did everything you can do in the game. Like I did everything else. I did it. I just haven't got to see them together. And so I gotta do a few more ones.
One more time.
Just do it one more time. Just I gotta bust out the gun and just race through it. If I get to, here's the problem though, is if I don't trigger Patroclus and Elysium, and then I get to the heroes in the arena, I'm not gonna purposely lose to Theseus.
Yes.
So I just gotta keep going. I can't do that on purpose. So, it's great. I'm also like, because Hades 2, when you're in the grove, the crossroads, Odysseus is there, and he's filling like the Achilles mentor like support role.
Yeah.
And I'm just like throwing so many nectars at him. Like, why are you here? Tell me your secrets.
Oh my god, when I first saw him, I was like, what the fuck? Why are you here?
Like, yeah,
I was like, why are you here, bud? What happened?
Exactly. It's like,
so
Odysseus is great, and he's so great and so helpful.
Yep.
But yeah, I just keep, what's your story? Hey, tell me more. Plot. Every time. And I love the fact that, like, I get frustrated in video games because I don't like it when I die because I'm here for the story. I'm not really here for the gaming part. So the Hades 1 and 2, just resolve that, because the only way for me to get the story is you gotta die. You gotta die and go back and try again and go back and try again. And that's, if you just run through and beat it the first time around or in just 10 times, then that's great. But like you you haven't talked to all of the characters enough to open the world. So yeah, I'm into that.
It's very good.
It's good.
If anyone hasn't played Hades 1 or 2, I highly recommend. Very good.
Highly recommend. Yeah, you can do either of them. If you're just like, I just want to play the new one, that's also fine. Like, that's also fine.
Yep.
They're very good games.
I just felt so guilty. I started Hades 2, and then I felt so guilty I hadn't beaten the first one.
Right. You're like, I gotta go back and help my friends.
Yeah. So I had to go back and do that because it was very fun.
Yep. I gotta get everybody in order. It also just like it's funny because my brother DJ and I've talked about Hades a lot, and he's just like, you as in he's talking to me, he's like, you shouldn't like Hades. There's nothing about this game that I would think you would like. It's hard. You die a lot. You have to repeat over and over again. Like, you shouldn't like this game. And I'm like, you are absolutely right. I shouldn't like this game. I will play it for hours.
Yep.
Like, so if you're someone who's like, I don't really like roguelikes or games like that, for sure. If you have don't go buy it. But like, if you have the opportunity, if a friend has it, and they're like, maybe just try and see, because it just feels, besides the fact that it's beautiful, and
gorgeous.
It's Greek mythology, it feels good to play.
Yes, it
right?
does. Yep.
in a way I never would have been able to articulate before. I don't think I've ever played a game that felt so good. And not like lights up my brain happy chemically way, but like literally a physicality of like this feels smooth and
the controls
good and
are
satisfying.
very good. Yes.
Like whenever you die, you know it's because you fucked up. I've never once felt like, oh, I should have hit him. They missed me. That was bullshit. No. Every time I know, it's like, yeah, fuck, I didn't use cast fast enough. No, it was just a bad build. It's just a bad build. It was on me. Like, build. I don't get frustrated. Like, it was a bad bake, Mary. It's a bad bake.
It's a bad bake.
We should talk about Eragon.
Yes, we should. Sorry, we'll go on and on about Hades.
Yeah, I knew. And I really didn't mean for that just to be, Hades 2 is great. Moving on. But I couldn't help myself. Yep. It's so good.
Yeah, it's very good. It's very good.
Okay.
Eragon.
Arrow to the heart. Eragon asks an elf questions and, twist, actually get some answers.
Oh my god.
Plus some good advice he doesn't want to hear.
Mm-hmm.
The Dagshelgr Invocation. Arya reveals that she does not have an infallible inner sense of time, accidentally exposing Eragon, Saphira, and Oric to an elvish reverse Ponfar. After which, Saphira has a deeply depressing realization about her future and the fate of her race. The Pinewood City. The travelers finally reach Elismira, and it's hard to say which is more stunning, the city's architecture or her queen. A queen who makes a shocking revelation.
Yeah, she does.
Yeah, she does. Oh my god.
Yep. And then I just listened to the audio book of it, and we nailed the name. It's literally Dagshelgr. Yeah.
Good for us! We did it!
We did it!
Ooh, yeah.
Awesome.
Arrow to the heart. We get so much like, you know what? And this is really when we get the most world. This is Paulini's trick, right?
Yeah.
Like, this is when we get lore and like info dumping, kind of like the world building stuff. When we meet someone new that Eragon is going to hang out with for an extended period of time, like that person will give us, like when we met the dwarven priest. That guy gave us a bunch of stuff. Here's our new elf friend. He's not going to be around for a long time, but he's here for a good time. He's going to give him some stuff. Arya, fucking never. Naswada, probably not. Oric, just a little bit. But these two virtual strangers who you will forget their names once they stop showing up in chapters, they're going to tell you the most about this world and its history. And you're just like, thanks.
What I like about the elf here is like, the elf race is just so ancient that I feel like and like he's able to remember the human history better than probably everybody. And also, I think they talk a lot about Carvajal, and it's right next to the forest.
It
or
is
like
right next to the
close
forest, yeah.
So I feel like they would know a lot about just like that area specifically too. So
yeah, oh my gosh. The king of Palancar, like King Palancar. And you're like, wait, like Palancar Valley? Like where Eragon is from? Yes, exactly, and Eragon, that one.
Yeah, and Eragon, I love how Eragon's reaction is our reaction. Wait a minute.
Wait,
like is that Palancar Valley?
Is that Palancar Valley God's name? Yeah, that's where the humans settled, and their king sucked. He just
really bad. Was not noble.
Was not noble. Just even like the other nobles of his court were like, we need
please don't
to like we need to do a treaty with the elves. We're all gonna die.
This
is stupid. It's so funny.
I do like the fact that I'm gonna say this because I don't remember if it's canon or not, so it's not spoilery. Where they say that the king and like the king's family were trapped in Carvajal. And then they started killing one another because obviously they were. But then the elf says a really cool line. I can't remember what it was. However, his descendants never left, and the blood of kings still runs in Therinsford and Carvajal.
So, like, Eragon's ancestor, right?
Yeah,
like that's what we're supposed to get from that.
Yeah, because I'm taken back to Rowan specifically, and like how born like a natural leader he is. And how he's like strong and stuff. I'm like, yeah, Rowan's probably a descendant of the king,
this like
possibly
in this fantasy book world that tracks so hard. But also like so is Eragon then.
Yeah, absolutely.
He's their cousins. His mother was Garo's sister. Like they're both from
Carvajal.
And he's like, and I love this. Eragon's like, I see. Lyfane lifted one dark eyebrow. Do you? It has more significance than you may think. Yeah, I'm just wondering, does the elf see the resemblance? Probably not. Maybe.
That would be hilarious if the elf's like, oh, well, you look just like him, so.
Maybe. I mean, it's only been 800 years. Right? Like, we also, hey, speaking of things that didn't happen as long ago as you thought they did, the fall of the Riders.
Oh, yeah.
100 years?
Yeah, 100 years is like nothing in comparison to everything that happened.
Yeah, even like, human ages. Like, yeah, I mean, yes, a century is a long time. But also, in my head, and I just totally completely forgot this, obviously, but in my head, I thought, I don't know what I thought. Millennia, now that I'm saying it out loud, sounds like way too long.
Yeah.
But like,
I thought it was
400 years?
Yeah, I was literally thinking like 500 years is where I was thinking. I thought it was that 500 years ago, not 100 years ago.
Right, it just feels so recent for it to, like, the structures of the world to have been scoured so thoroughly, but then flip side, that's what happens.
Yeah.
Like, when tyrants, when oppressors take power, they drag the world back so fast. Right? Like, we once had this very interconnected Allegasia of the dwarves and the elves and the humans and the riders, and it wasn't like this great perfect utopia, right? Like, but to like how it feels like with Eragon, whose dwarves and elves are fairy tales as much as dragons are, right? Like, he knows they're real, but like has never thought he'd ever even see one, right? Because it just doesn't happen. Their world is so isolated and so separate.
Yep.
And it wasn't that long ago. And so we also have the elves. So, and it actually puts kind of more context into how pissed that dwarven clan was.
Oh, yeah.
About everything. Because it's like, not that time should make that be a less of an important thing to them.
Yeah.
But like, I don't know if we've gotten how long dwarves live, but I think they live on average longer than humans do.
I think so, yes. I mean, I can't remember if it was said that way, but it does give that feeling goes off.
And maybe that could just be the way, because it usually is that way.
Yeah.
So I'm not sure, but like, it feels like, oh no, that whole dwarven clan being wiped out is in living memory. No wonder they're so... And actually, all of y'all treating these dudes like they're weird about it, you're actually the ones who are being weird about it.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not saying they should have had a blood feud. Yeah. I'm not saying that they're cool to have a blood feud with Eragon, but also, like, if they can remember it happening because they were there, you maybe should have prepared for the fact that they were going to be a little hot under the collar about all of this.
There should have been a little more prepping about that for sure. Because it was literally like they were walking through the streets and bam, there they are. No prep whatsoever. It's like, all right, guys.
Yep. We got, hey, speaking of another date, Arya's age. She was born 1 year before the fall of the Riders.
She's 101.
She's 100. Yeah. It's like, oh, hey, that's like younger than I thought.
Yeah.
But also, and Eragon's like, oh God, she's so old. It's like, yes. You knew that though, right? Like, you did know that. Like, you knew that, though. But now it's real?
Yeah.
And that's fair.
And it's like, he could have been thinking along the same lines as we were, whereas, like, I was thinking way older than that. Like, I was thinking 200-300 years, maybe, for Arya. But she's only 100. And Eragon flips out. I don't know.
Yeah, he's like, oh my gosh, she's, like, older than... She could have grandchildren my age. And it's like... Yeah, Eragon, I was over here thinking she would have great-great-grandchildren your age.
Yeah.
So, where was your head out this whole time, buddy? Because here's the thing. He knew she'd been ferrying Saphira's egg for 70 years.
Yes. Wow, she did that when she was 30. She started that when she was 30.
She was so young and has been doing it for, like, over... Not even half, like, 60% of her lifetime.
Yep.
Has been spent
doing that
in this task.
Yep.
Oh my gosh.
Yep.
That comes into play later. We'll speak on that more in the next episode.
We'll speak on that more. Yeah, I was just thinking about that. I'm like, dang, that's like Just
Yeah.
dang. I'm like,
Yeah,
wow.
just dang, like, wow. Like 7 years, that's a long time. Oh, and you were 30 when you started that?
Yeah, like
Huh.
our age. Like, holy shit.
Yeah, right? And even, like, let's, like put it into elven age, and it's hard because, like, elves, like they
Yeah,
discuss in this one, elves are practically immortal,
yeah,
except the fact that if you stab one in the heart, they will die. But
yeah,
other than that, and to our knowledge, like, they probably can't get illnesses that will kill them unless someone does, like, a magic plague. I bet that
yeah.
would probably
That's kind
be,
of what I
like,
was. Yeah,
bad. But, like, by and large, they are going to live forever. And they weren't always immortal. And that's fascinating, but we don't
I did.
get a lot on
Yeah,
that.
no,
Fair.
I thought that was really interesting. I also think that's almost straight from Lord of the Rings. I feel like that's a
Is
Lord of
it?
the Rings thing too.
Huh. I
think
wonder.
so.
Perhaps. Interesting. Where? Yeah. I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
I also love this. So when Eragon asks, like, because they talk him about that, this is because it comes after him finding out that, like, elves didn't used to be immortal. And when our elf friend refuses to, like, expand on that, that's when Eragon's like, hey, how old is Arya?
Yeah.
And they're like, Arya, what is your interest in her?
I love that because he
Mhm.
knows. He
Called the
knows.
fuck out.
Eragon has zero chill. He has zero chill. It's so obvious to literally everyone.
Yeah, and I love. He's just like, I'm just curious to know more about her, and I like love Lyfane's response. I feel ashamed for asking such a question. Among our kind, it is rude to pry into one's affairs. Only, I must say, and I believe that Auric agrees with me, you would do well to guard your heart, Arjeglum. Now is not the time to lose it, nor would it be well placed in this instance. Aye, grunted Auric. Fucking red. Called out. Absolutely. It's so... Yeah. And Eragon's real upset. He doesn't want to hear it. And Saphira has to be like, hey, man, don't be rude. They're trying to help you. He's like, okay, yeah, I appreciate your concern.
Yep.
But
I do like what... Oh, go ahead.
Yes, what Saphira says to him.
Yeah, I love what she says to him. It's so like sibling, I feel. Like a family member who cares about you would say this, I feel. Like,
yeah.
That's how it comes off. I just love it so much.
Do you want
to
say what she says? Yeah.
I believe, Eragon, that you are full of love and that you are looking for the one who will reciprocate your affection. No shame exists in that.
And that's true.
Yes, agreed.
But can you please stop pining for Arya? It's embarrassing.
Yes! She needs to add that at the end. But please stop pining.
Nah. Listen, she doesn't have to layer it on. Auric and Lyfan have already done that part for her.
That's true. That's true. I do say, really quick, I know we're moving on through the chapter. I do want to say we learn just real quick at the very beginning of the chapter, we learn that the capital was a different name. It used to be an elven city.
Yes, it was an elven city.
Yep. Urbane used to be Illyria, which used to be an elf city, and they abandoned it during their war with the dragons. So it's been a very long time
ago.
Yeah. And then it was taken over by humans, and then they adopted it as their capital after King Palancar was exiled. And then we jump into the whole Palancar
Valley, yeah.
Valley and stuff. So, but I thought that was really interesting. I wanted to highlight that. Pretty cool.
Yeah, that is really cool. And I think the last big thing about, well, we get a couple things over, is that Eragon's like doing the math. He's like, wait, I thought Brahm said that the humans arrived 3 centuries after the Riders were formed, which was thousands of years ago. And they're like, well, Auric, 2,704 years by our reckoning.
I love that.
In the sense that one ship of 20 humans kind of showed up, hung around for a little bit and left, and they didn't see them again for 2 centuries.
Yep.
Which is fascinating.
Yeah, it's really interesting. And I love that when they come back, the humans had completely forgotten us by then, except for vague stories about hairy men of the mountains that preyed on children in the night.
Yeah, that tracks. That sounds like
I was gonna say, I'm like, that literally sounds, yes, that absolutely tracks for sure. I love that.
Yep, and that is like, hey, do you know where he came from? Like, no, just from the south beyond the Bayors. And that's fascinating. The idea that like this Allegasia is not the world. It's a continent, but it is not the world. And there is more. And so like Paolini very early on building such a large world that there is always going to be something going on just outside of what we're seeing. And the way he really demonstrates that in this book, how we jump back to Rorin and how that is like a big intentional element that he wants to show, is that everything is bigger than just this point of view character's experiences.
Yes, absolutely. It kind of how you were saying, it expands the world and makes it so much bigger than what we think it is.
Yeah, and I love Eragon's optimism. He's like, wait, there could be other countries that would help us against Galbatorix. Like the idea that we can go get help and find support. Like, I like what that says about Eragon as a character. Like,
yes.
He realizes, not realizes, because he was told by Braum that, like, oh yeah, the humans came from somewhere else, and like the elves and Urgle, like he knows that, but it, like having it put in like a stronger context in this moment, and what he realizes is like, oh, like there could be other peoples, and they might be able to help us in our time of need. Like he sees the opportunity to connect, to find support, and to create like bonds of trust among others. He doesn't even know, but
other people.
And I think that says a lot about Eragon, that his mind works that way.
Yep, because I do think that's cool, because it also like puts the idea in our head, like what you were saying. It not only be like, oh, this is a continent and there's other people out there, and then it's like, well, how big is the world? Because I think Auric puts a really good what he says is really valid, because he says like there might be other countries out there, but they would be difficult to find even on Dragonback. I doubt that you'd speak the same language, which is like very true. Absolutely.
Yep, all of that is true. It's very it's like he is optimistic, but we need to be practical about this.
Yes, absolutely.
I think the last like big thing of the chapter is the hawk that has been injured and is unable to, or the gyrfalcon, and Arya shoots it through the heart and basically says like, I'm saving it hours of suffering. I couldn't have healed it, and it was going to die slowly and in pain over the course of hours.
Yep.
And it's like, and then Auric to Eragon,
I love
never
this.
ask an elf for help. They might decide you're better off dead, eh? Okay, man, what the fuck? This chapter is okay. What the ups and downs of this chapter?
Yeah, is wild. I've been trying to think about if the gyrfalcon has like any meaning, like if there was like a significance in like the moment, like if it was like supposed to be a parallel of what was said, and I really can't think of it. I don't think it is. I think it's literally just this moment of like Arya taking pity on this beast. Or it could be something with Saphira, because she says, what a terrible fate to be unable to fly. So maybe it has something like related to Saphira. I don't really know.
Yeah, like, oh, hold on, it's Eragon.
Yeah.
No, it's the hawk. Is it supposed to be a reading of Eragon and his injury that can't be healed?
Oh, you know what?
Like,
that's probably true.
Like, not to say that like, oh, Arya would rather kill Eragon.
Yeah.
And because if she can't save him, this is better to just shoot you through the heart. Better off dead. But like Auric says, like, oh, elves, and we're going to the elves to try to get more training, to try to like, we need to beat Galbatorix, we need to do all these things, but Eragon is injured beyond their capacity to heal. Will they decide he's better off
dead?
Just dead, or they wouldn't. They love Saphira, like we've seen how these other two elves.
I mean, that's
true.
They
love Saphira. They would not risk Saphira.
That's
so
true.
I don't think it'd be explicit, but potentially just you're better off out of the way as much as possible, because you're not worth the energy or time to try to help, because it's impossible.
Yep, that's true. That's a good yes. I think you're totally correct on.
Mhm. All right. Speaking of highs and lows,
Yes.
uh, we find an elf holiday.
Yeah, we do. An
Mhm.
interesting one.
Okay, and we do have Eragon waking up at the beginning of this chapter.
I know.
I like this one.
Yeah, I do
Because of
too.
him being like, he's trying to catch the elves to see if they sleep. Like,
Yep.
he's like, I'm trying to wake up before the elves do.
Yep.
And that's funny. Like,
Yes, I
I
agree.
find that delightful, actually. It's
Mhm.
like a purposeful thing rather than just we're going to start the next chapter with Eragon waking up. And it's like, no,
Yep.
he's forcing himself up because he's trying to see if the elves sleep. And
Yep.
the answer is maybe not.
Maybe
We
not.
don't know.
I do
Haven't seen him
love
sleep.
I do love the imagery of him waking up earlier and earlier and earlier every day, and just like that's just really funny to me of him trying like the sun is up and then it's just rising and then it's not quite there and then it's totally dark still and he still can't catch these guys asleep.
Yep.
Very good.
And I love that it's like, good morning, said Nari and Lyfen from above him, meaning like both of them said this together in unison.
Yep. Yep.
Perfect. No notes.
No
Absolutely
notes.
great. Brief scare where we realize that someone is trying to scry him.
Yes.
And I love the back and forth. We're like, hey, is it our enemies? Like, could it be our allies? And Saphira saying, like, I think Hrothgar would have told Naswada that he had ordered Genel to enchant your necklace. She might have even come up with the idea in the first place.
Mm-hmm.
And honestly, that I buy.
Yes,
Like,
I do too.
I'm like, oh, yeah, absolutely. It would absolutely have been Naswada. Not that Hrothgar wouldn't have thought of it, but I do believe Naswada would have thought of it first.
Oh, for sure. Absolutely. And just kind of like nudge, nudge, nudge. Hey, Hrothgar.
Yeah, it's like,
Hey,
hey,
Hrothgar.
can you get this? Hey, Eragon's heading out there, so he's a pretty powerful magic user. Do you think we could hook him up with something like this? And Hrothgar's like, what a great idea. Absolutely, I'll get on that.
Yeah, yeah. That's canon right there.
And then we realize that they have to travel by foot. Saphira needs to fly. They've got to get some horses. They can't carry all their packs. And it's too much of a load. And I love Saphira being like, I can fly it upstream for you. All of it. And Lyfen is horrified.
Yes, he is. I love this.
Yeah. We would never dream of using a dragon as a beast of burden. It would dishonor you, Saphira, and Eragon as Shurtagal, and it would shame our hospitality. Do you want to read Saphira's?
And Saphira's just, Saphira snorted and a plume of flame erupted from her nostrils, vaporizing the surface of the river and creating a cloud of steam. This is nonsense. Reaching past Eragon with one scaly leg, she hooked her talons through the pack's shoulder straps, then took off over their heads. Catch me if you can. I love that so much.
Yeah. And I love this aspect where, like, Arya laughs. We've never heard her laugh before.
Yep.
Like, I'm so enchanted. Like, yeah, it's funny.
You have much to learn if you presume to tell a dragon what she may or may not do.
But the dishonor!
It is no dishonor if Saphira does it of her free will. Now let us go before we waste any more time.
That was delightful. I just like that. That was fun. That was fun back and forth.
It was really fun. I really like the fact that Saphira is like, oh my god, just let me do this. Like, come on. She's like, I've been doing this since I've been doing this whole time, guys. Like, this is nothing new. I will offer. I will do this. If I can help Eragon, I'm gonna do it. Like, calm down.
Yeah, and it isn't like it's a fun scene, but it is also like giving us a really strong like glimpse into the way elves think. Like Arya gave us that crash course into elven etiquette with like all of the rules and like the layers of script and politeness and niceties that must be performed. But like how it's like no one like Saphira is the one that offers like, oh, I can just carry everything. And like, no, it would be dishonorable for us to allow you to do that. She's like, I'm gonna do it anyway. And they're like, no, it's dishonorable. And like Arya's right. It's like, no, Saphira offered to do that. She's wanting to help. It would be rude and dishonorable to deny her that because and slow our journey and inconvenience her because you don't want to let her do the thing that she offered because you're hung up on this abstract concept of like hierarchy and always demonstrating some sort of layer of respect, regardless of what the other person is wanting in that interaction.
Mm-hmm. Yep. I agree.
Anyway, so we gotta lay low, gonna pass by some villages.
Yep. And
Don't
that's
want
what. Yeah. Sorry, I was gonna say that too. Is like the next thing we get is Eragon and Saphira have to part again because Arya doesn't want them to be seen until we speak with Queen Islanzadi.
Mhm.
And she explains that your presence represents a great and terrible change for our kingdom, and such shifts are dangerous unless handled with care. The queen must be first to meet with you. Only she has the authority and wisdom to oversee this transition.
And then there's this weird interaction.
Yeah.
You speak highly of her, commented Eragon. At his words, Nari and Lyfan stopped and watched Arya with guarded eyes.
It's like, and then her face went blank and she drew herself up proudly. It's like, what's that about?
Yeah. She's led us well. Changing the topic, she tells Eragon that she wants him to like wear that hooded cape he's got.
Yeah.
To like keep his head covered so none will see your rounded ears and know you are human. And I'm a little bit like, Arya, if someone sees this 16-year-old boy's face, they're gonna know he's human. Y'all are all delicately carved masterpieces.
Yep.
Eragon's a guy.
Yep.
Like, it's not the ears that are he's gonna accidentally stumble over a rock and they're all gonna be like, oh my god, is that a human? Like,
he's gonna trip over his feet and fall, and they're gonna be like, human.
Yeah, crazy. He's just gonna be like, he's gonna cough, he's gonna get some dust in his nose and do a small sneeze, and they'll be like, oh my god, what was that? Like, no, Arya, it's not the rounded ears. If anyone perceives him in any way, they're gonna know he's human, because Christopher Paolini has made a real big deal about letting us know how elves are different.
Yes, absolutely.
We are not projecting. This is textual.
Yes, it is. It very much is.
But we don't have to worry about that because no one sees them.
Yes, I do like that. I'm glad that we are not held up by the fact that they are seen or anything like that.
Yeah, I like that too. I appreciate that Arya is concerned about this and we're taking precautions. And I don't feel like the fact that it doesn't manifest is a negative, because it's like, that could be a problem. We're going to be thinking about it. We're going to keep moving. Because that's not the problem. Actually, before we get to that part, it talks about how as Arya gets farther and farther away, his link grew more tenuous until only a wisp of thought connected them. By evening, he could no longer feel her presence. Even if he strained his mind to its limits, all of a sudden, Duweld and Varden seemed much more lonely and desolate. I don't think I realized that there was a distance limit in which Eragon and Saphira couldn't sense each other anymore.
Oh, interesting.
I don't remember an example of it being stated before.
I think before this point, not really. I think this is the first time they've spent this far away from each other to like this point.
But it's like, it's only a day's worth of travel, and they've done that before.
I mean, that's honestly true, actually. Because they say like, okay, we can't really be seen, and Arya tells Saphira like, you have to catch up with us at night, and she says like, oh, that was something that you did in the Empire, and Saphira's like, I hated every minute of it, and so it's never I agree. I don't think we ever got this moment where Eragon could always feel or sense Saphira, but in this moment, it's like, wow, that's like a lot.
Yes, right. It's not that I knew that when they were farther apart, it was a little bit like farther, right? It wasn't as strong, but I think, and again, we cover these books chapter by chapter and over long periods of time, but like I don't recall another instant where it was point blank Eragon could not feel Saphira.
Yeah, like to the point where it was so slight.
Yeah.
I don't.
Well, this one, he's even like he can't feel her even if he's trying.
Yes. Yeah.
Not even as like a brush in the back of his mind. And I think that's very interesting that there is a physicality to this bond they have.
Yeah. But I think we don't really test it here, and I don't know if they would ever test it, but it's like, would that connection break if they were separated far enough? Like, I don't even like That's interesting because it
Break?
gets to
I
the point
bet
where it's
not.
yeah, it's like, I don't know if that would happen, but it's like, if only a wisp of thought connected them, like, what if you pushed that limit? Like, what if you kept pushing? Like, what would happen? So it's just really
Yeah,
it's a really interesting concept that they introduce.
yeah, it's very but it doesn't hurt them. Like, it just feels like they're farther and
Yeah.
farther and you just can't hear them anymore. It's not like in the Golden Compass where it like
Yes.
physically hurts
Yeah, yeah.
humans to be too far away from their daemons. Demons, I only read the book. So I don't know how it's pronounced. But it's not like that. So I don't think that massive like having them physically apart would cause like a physical or like deep magical trauma in the
Yeah.
way that happens in Golden Compass. But I wonder why.
Yeah.
Like, why if there's no... Because it's not like they're in pain or in discomfort. Like, Eragon's just unsettled because it's quiet and lonely because Saphira's
Mhm.
not there. Like, this is an emotional experience, but
Yes.
not like a tangible one.
Yes. It
Uh,
is it well, as you said, it's very interesting.
anyway, so the elves sing to make all the forest creatures fuck,
Yeah.
which is fascinating.
I the specific words in my brain was the forest orgy, but yes.
Forest orgy is also very good. Yeah, we
Yeah, it's
accidentally ended up at forest orgy time, very
yes, we
close to
did.
what sounds like a pretty major city.
Yes.
Aragon starts to fall asleep and hears some crazy lovely music. Like a thread of smoke that thickens as a newborn fire blazes to life, so the voice rose in strength until the forest sighed with a teasing, twisting melody that leaped and fell with wild abandon. More voices joined in the unearthly song, embroidering the original theme with 100 variations. The air itself seemed to shimmer with the fabric of the tempestuous music. And then
Temptuous
just
is a
like,
wonderful word.
tempestuous is a word. And
Yeah, it
Aragon's
is.
like seduced by the haunting noises. He jumped to his feet, ready to dash through the forest until he found the source of the voices, ready to dance among the trees and moss, anything so he can join the elves' revelry. But before he could move, Arya caught him and yanked him around to face her. Aragon, clear your mind. And she said something in ancient language, empty your ears. Everything fell silent then, as if he had gone deaf. And then she's able to like push the sound back. And it's like, hey, so I'm not, sorry. She doesn't sound so like, hey, yeah. She sounds really pissed and like upset
Yeah.
at herself. Like she is.
Yeah.
I miscounted the days. I didn't want to be anywhere near a city during Dagshelgr. Our Saturnalias, our celebrations are perilous for mortals. We sing in the ancient language, and the lyrics weave spells of passion and longing that are difficult to resist, even for us. And Nari's like, we should be at a grove. We should, but we will do our duty and wait. And so, hey, Arya, don't be so hard on yourself. You've been away from home
Yeah.
for who knows how long.
So
We're
long.
captured and tortured for XYZ amount of time. Like your days are nothing. Like so far, Aragon has not told us a name of a day or a month. So like we don't know how
Yes.
time is tracked. Arya, you are completely off the hook for not knowing that this big like Saturnalia was coming up. Hey
Mhm.
Nari and Lyfen, what the fuck, boys?
Yeah. That's that's true. Hey guys. Hey guys.
Hey guys.
What the fuck?
Were y'all not discussing that this was coming up? And
Yeah.
Arya was like, it's okay, we've got 4 days. And they would have been like, Arya, it's in 2 days. Like, I don't understand how this was so overlooked. Arya was aware of it, and that's why she's like, we gotta keep going, don't want to be near a city, it's okay, we got time. Arya's let off the hook. She was aware, she was preparing,
Yes.
she miscounted the days. These two are here. They're
Yeah.
at home. Like, Arya's been traveling. She's jet lagged. She's gone through time zones. Okay,
There you go.
you're okay
Yeah.
to not realize that like Christmas was in 2 days. These dudes haven't been anywhere except for in their home while everyone's decorating. Like, what are we doing?
Yep. Agreed. But I think it's really cool because the festival, it's as Arya describes it is to keep the forest healthy and fertile.
Mm-hmm.
And so every spring we sing for the trees, we sing for the plants, and we sing for the animals. Without us, Varden would be half its size. And
That's
then
pretty cool. That's some
all
good
these
magic
animals,
shit.
yep, and then all the animals like come out and they start making like an ear-splitting racket.
I wonder
And
why.
and she's like, they are searching for mates. And
Forest
says,
orgy.
Forest orgy! All across Varden, in each of our cities, elves are singing this song. The more who participate, the stronger the spell, and the greater Varden will be this year. which is just fascinating.
Yeah, and also it
really
probably
like it.
contributes to like why Galbatorix has not been able to like encroach on Duwelden Varden. There's like the
Yeah.
elves actively reinforce this like thick ancient magical forest with this powerful spell every year.
Every year. Yep, I agree.
Mhm. Auric is pissed,
Oh,
understandably
yeah.
so. Arya
Yeah.
feels terrible, understandably so.
Yep. Poor
And
Auric is like, he's like, I will, you will have the wrath of Durgrinstum Jetum to deal with if he
yeah,
falls under another spell again. And I'm like, that's fair, bud.
that's fair. I actually don't think you're overreacting. Because also, like, she could have given them a heads up.
Heads up.
Like, Arya
Like,
is so bad at communicating.
It's like any kind of explanation whatsoever would have
Right?
been
Like,
nice.
like, hey, by the way, so we are this holiday's coming up. I'm pretty sure we're gonna avoid it. I'm gonna keep it like this is. She like doesn't want to tell them anything about elf stuff. And we gotta like ask where that is coming from Arya.
Yeah.
Like, what is it that makes her so like when she gave Eragon that crash course in elfin etiquette, she was like didn't want to do that.
Yeah,
like, she didn't want to do that.
Yeah, agreed. Yeah.
And not like in the fact that she doesn't want to like educate Eragon. Although sometimes she's like, it would be inappropriate for me to teach you anything. Your new like magic tutor is gonna do that. It's like, okay, but like I don't know, like, and we know that's not an elf thing because in the last chapter, Lyfen is like, yeah, let me tell you all these cool things. I'm more than happy to talk to you and tell you things. Hey, there are some things that I'm not gonna get into. They're deeply personal, like the deep, like how elves became immortal is probably like very sacred.
Yep.
And hey, what's up with Arya? That is not my place to discuss. But like other than that, yeah, like totally reasonable wanting to talk.
Yeah.
So this isn't an elf thing. It is distinctly an Arya thing. And when we have learned that she has spent 2/3 of her life essentially being apart from her family. We know she's not on good terms with her family, it sounded like from like things she's mentioned. She's scared to come home. She's been with like humans way more than she's been with the elves, even though she spends equal amounts of times there. Like this is probably a trauma response. Arya doesn't share. She doesn't trust people not to screw her over if they have too much information about her. Like that is what I'm reading in Arya.
Honestly, that's literally I think that's a good read. I think that's a good read.
Anyway, so Saphira has I was gonna say her gay awakening. Not that at all. Like but like the thing is like, oh, I get it now. Oh yes, that. She kinda has that in so far, I guess sexual awakening is the right word.
Yeah.
Where she shows up and she's feeling the song. She's all
feeling
in
the
it.
song.
Yeah. Okay, but here's the thing. Saphira dove out of the sky, her eyes sparkling with a queer aspects. And like I know what you mean, but like still I stand by what I said earlier.
Yep.
Anyway, the forest is alive and I am alive. My blood burns like never before. It burns as yours burns when you think of Arya. I understand. And that's good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because, like, what we had at the beginning of the book with that sorceress gal and Saphira being like, no, fuck, get that bitch out of here. No. And, like, being like, and everyone being like, you can't expect me just to ignore, like, women all my life and not, like, get to pursue anything, even just casually. But, like, it does fundamentally, like, Arya, like she says, she didn't get it, right?
Yes.
She's very much, like, what she says, like, my blood burns as yours does. Like, I understand what your deal is now. Like, I get it. And I think that's fascinating to recontextualize those interactions as Arya legitimately being like, I do not understand what the fuck you are going on about.
Saphira. You said Arya.
Oh, I did. Yeah, Saphira's like, Saphira being like, I have no idea why you're caring, what this is about. Shut it down. This is not hard. Oh, no, hold up.
Yeah. And I like the next morning too, as she says, the fever has passed. I am myself again. Such things I felt. It was as if the world were being born anew and I was helping create it with the fire in my limbs.
How are you? On the inside, I mean.
I will need some time to understand what I experienced.
We had some pretty rad horses. Yeah. Yes. I love that. I like Arya being like, I just need to reflect on that.
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, good for you, Arya. Think about God damn it, Saphira. Saphira's like, I need to reflect on this. It's like, yeah, you do. That was a lot. You had an intense experience.
Yeah, like something she
Think about it.
never experienced before. And
Mm-hmm.
I like the fact that she's like, I need to think on this. I really need to think about this.
Mm-hmm. And then her conclusion is, we get some horses. That's fine. They're great horses. They magic elf horses. Okay. But then we go back to fuck. We go back to Saphira. And her conclusion is sad.
Yes.
Eragon, I thought of something while I was under the influence of the elves' spell. Something that I have always considered of little consequence, but now looms within me like a mountain of black dread. Every creature, no matter how pure or monstrous, has a mate of their own kind. Yet I have none. In this regard, I am alone.
And then Aragon, after much conflict, what, what's the word I'm trying to think? I was trying to make this very
Contemplation.
quick. Contemplation, thank you. About what he should say, goes, Galbatorix still has 2 dragon eggs. During our first audience with Hrothgar, you mentioned that you would like to rescue them. If we can...
It could take years. And even if we did retrieve the eggs, I have no guarantee they would hatch, or that they would be male, nor that we would be fit mates. Fate has abandoned my race to extinction. And she seemed perilously close to tears.
So upset.
Baby girl, no!
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
Yep, and I do like what Aragon says when he's like, what can I say? Because it's at the point where it's like, what can I say? And then I do
Yeah.
like his like encouragement here is like, you can't give up hope. You still have a chance to find a mate, but you have to be patient. Even if Galbatorix eggs don't work, dragons must still exist elsewhere in the world, just like humans, elves, and Urgles do. I almost said orcs.
I wonder why.
The the moment we are free of our obligations, I'll help you search for them. All right?
All right. I
She
should know
sniffed.
better. Yeah, she sniffed.
Sorry.
No. I should know better than to let my emotions get the best of me.
Nonsense. You would have to be made of stone not to feel this way. It's perfectly normal. But promise you won't dwell on it while you're alone.
Go on, little one. I will see you later. And then also he's like, I don't want to leave her alone while she's having this emotional crisis, but he has to. Like, that sucks. When someone you love is like having these like big feelings and you manage to like help discuss it and they're not quite as distressed as they were at the beginning of the interaction, but you still have to leave and you're like, I don't want to leave you like this. But they're like, you gotta go. And it's like, no, I don't want to go to work.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
But it's like, I do like the fact that they have this like, I don't know, quest they're on or like obligation where she can't travel with them right now. So I do like that both of them understand that Eragon has to leave and Saphira's not holding that against him and Eragon's like, no, I'm not leaving without her kind of thing. I do like that both of them understand that they need to part it, but only temporary and they will be able to get back together. So I do like that too.
And I talk about like, it's so weird because it feels like Arya and Eragon like never talk, but they actually do, because whenever Eragon has like a problem like this with like something with Saphira, he always talks to Arya about it, never Oric.
Yeah.
And so he tells Arya, he tells Arya about this, and it's a little bit like, hey man, would Saphira be cool if you told Arya about this?
Yeah.
Like, does she want other people to know, like, what she's feeling right now? And Eragon doesn't consider that. And that's not a thing that we're supposed to reflect on. But that's, like, a thing that came to me just now.
Yeah.
And probably she's friends with Arya. It's probably be fine. But Arya says, it is one of Galbatorix's greatest crimes. I do not know if a solution exists, but we can hope. We must hope.
Mm-hmm.
This chapter had some, ups and real downers. Like, we're going through it.
Yep.
Hey, I forgot to mention the thing I didn't. Well, go on.
Oh, I was just like, my brain, I was like, the chapter had some climax.
Ah! Oh, no.
Sorry. I'm like, shut up, brain. Anyway.
Anyway. I forgot one thing from the previous chapter that I wanted to call out because I hate it.
Yeah.
When she talks about how what Eragon says, like, hey, don't give up hope. There's totally a chance for you to find a mate. It made me remember back in the previous chapter how they talk about the lineage of the elf rulers and how they had the elven king or the queen Delanir, and then she ends up like abdicating the throne so she can like go study magic. And then I think her son, whoever this next person is, Evandar, took over. And then he dies in the uprising, or in Galbatorix's like overthrowing of the riders.
Yeah.
And now his mate is Lanzari rules us. And God, I hate it when we use mate like that.
Yeah.
Like, Saphira's fine. Okay, fine. Casual, fine. Like, what else are you gonna say? I just don't like it when the humanoid races are throwing around mate like that.
Mm-hmm.
It's just, I'll say it gives me the ick. I don't like, and here's the thing, I don't like it in werewolf stories. I don't like it in fae stories. I don't like it when mate is, and that's just me. I'm not saying it's bad, use a different word. This is just me just sharing. I don't like that. It just feels gross.
Yeah,
but with Saphira, it doesn't. It's like, yeah, for sure, Saphira, yeah. But with the elves, I don't know, wife, partner, queen is also good. Now his queen is also rules good. Like, that's also perfectly fine. Just a very weird specific choice. It just implies animalistic nature to me.
Yeah.
In a way that can be some people's vibe. And I'm just folks who aren't bothered by it or like it in certain types of like fantasy vernacular. I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm just saying I just also feel like it's weird here.
Yeah. I can see that. I've read a lot of werewolf stories that use mate.
You're just completely like numb to it. Like, didn't even clock it.
Did not comprehend at all. Just like over my head. I was like, oh yeah, no, totally. I totally see that. It's like, huh. Interesting word choice there.
If Eragon described Katrina as Roran's mate, we'd all be like, whoa, what the fuck, man?
Yeah.
What? So, like, but it's like, oh, this is, and the elves are using it. So, like, this is how elves describe their bonded relationships, and we can assume that means they don't practice marriage, which is also fine. But then you have a queen, and he was the king, and he was the one who was the direct heir, so she probably got, hi, Ida girl. She just hopped right up on my lap in the middle of my sentence. Oh, you're right. I don't need to go on about this. This is done. I just wanted to bitch about how I hate it when mate is used casually. It just bothers me. And again, not a bad thing. Not saying he should have or has to have used a different word. I think queen was right there. It would have been just fine without the weird connotations. But maybe it's just to communicate that, hey, elves don't have marriage.
Yeah, that's true.
Like, is that what we're supposed to learn? I don't know, man. All right.
That could be, City. Yes, Pinewood City. We finally get to the what's the name of it?
Elsmira,
yes. Super exciting for that.
It's everything's trees, but like
it's
houses.
All trees.
But not tree
like,
houses. The
giant.
Trees are the houses. There's tree skyscrapers.
Yes, because it says they're walking towards the city, and he what the hell? He measures. That's the word. Eragon measures a tree, and it's like 70 feet, or over 200 feet higher than any tree in the spine or the Biors. Eragon paced out the girth of one tree and measured it at 70 feet. These are giant redwood. Giant red, way bigger than the redwood ones. Yeah.
Probably, yeah. And it's an indication that they're getting close to Elsmira, and Arya tells him, these trees are among the oldest living creatures in Alagasia. Elves have loved them since we first saw Duwelden Varden, and have done everything within our power to help them flourish. And then there's just this line, this prose that Paulini writes next is stunning.
Yeah.
A faint blade of light pierced the dusty emerald branches overhead and limned her arm and face with liquid gold, dazzlingly bright against the murky background. That's beautiful.
That would make a gorgeous water painting.
Yes. Where's the fan art?
Yeah. Also, for me, it's like, that was gorgeous. It also makes me eye roll because it's coming from Eragon's perspective.
Right,
and
about Saphira.
About Arya.
God damn it. What am I doing tonight? We've got another episode to record about this. I gotta get back on my game. There's a guard who, just essentially just does a vibe check once Eragon reveals that he's the writer. He lets them pass. He is Gildrine the Wise, Prince of the House of Myolandra, wielder of the white fame of Valdil and guardian of Elsmira since the days of Dufrin Skolblaka, our war with the dragons. This dude is old.
Yes,
None may enter the
super old.
city unless he permits it. Super old! Which, okay, man, good for you.
Way old. And I like, but it's like, what's cool. Oh, sorry, real quick.
No, go on.
Speaking about old is like, his face is described as being old, which we haven't gotten with the elves so far. That is
true, yeah.
So it's like, this dude is ancient. And also maybe a spirit because he only appears when the light's coming down, and when the light vanishes, he vanishes. So it's he's got some ethereal. He's got some ethereal stuff going on too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and then we finally see Elsmira.
Yep.
Where it's literally it's trees and their houses and everything is beautiful and magical and archways with symbols and lichen and jewels and it's great. It's a real cool fairy metropolis.
It really is, and like the buildings aren't built from the trees; they're like grown from the trees, which is a really cool aspect. Yeah, I do like the fact that I feel like this is a callback from earlier when Eragon asked about her bow, and she goes, "We sing it out of the tree," and then just fucked off and like didn't explain herself. Now we're getting a more in depth. Is like, oh, we sing we sing what we want out of the trees. We get a little more of that, and it's like, okay,
in like the ancient language.
That.
Right? Yeah, like the first time we talked about the bow, you can be like, oh yeah, we will sing wood from the trees in the shape we want using the ancient language.
Yeah.
Yeah, Arya, that definitely could have been a thing. Or like the canoes are also, oh yeah, we sing them. And it's like they keep, but also like maybe they like, here's the thing. Arya knows that Eragon doesn't know that, but the other elves could think that, yeah, man, we sing them. Like everyone knows that, you sing it. What do you do?
Yep.
But yeah. The elves start to sing, and initially Eragon covers his ears because not going to
out.
go through that again. Yep. And fair? I think that's totally fair.
Yeah, that's literally fair.
And Arya has to be like, nah, it's not magic. You're good.
Yep. It's not magic. You're totally fine. I do like how this line is just funny to me, but what he had taken to be clusters of lumpy, twisted trees were in fact graceful buildings that grew directly out of the pines. And I'm like, it's funny how lumpy and twisted turn into graceful.
Well, as soon as like at a glance, I like that because there's a lot of like at first glance and then things coming into focus, especially with the elves because they just start to like appear out of the corner of his eyes, and we see him, and they're all hot, like they're delicate, ethereal, high cheekbones, finely sculpted noses, heavy eyelids. Like again. Arya, if someone had just seen Eragon, no hooded cloak was going to disguise that this was not at all. Like, come on. She's just doing her best with what she has to work with. Like, she knows it won't work, but come on, give her some hope.
Yeah.
I love the nicknames they give, not nicknames, but like the epitaphs they give to Saphira as they see her.
It's very good.
Long claws, daughter of the air and fire, strong one. Like, again, all the elves are so taken by Saphira. They're delighted to see her.
Eating it up.
And of course she is. Also, this is really interesting, reflective of Eragon being like, I could live here. Like, just instantly being like, yeah, I love this place. In a way that he notes that he didn't feel like in the Dwarven cities. He didn't feel like in any of the human cities that we visited. Like, it never really even felt like he felt that in Carvajal.
Not necessarily.
It's just where he lived, but but not where he was content. And whereas like he's been in Elsmira for 25 minutes, and is like, and he's like, this is where I belong.
Yep. Again, just putting the elves on the pedestal, though, like
it is. But also, I don't know. I felt that when I was like in my early 20s.
Understandable.
And I visited Seattle.
Yeah.
And like especially like the Capitol Hill area. It was really my first time visiting a metropolitan area as an adult with like no one else was needed to supervise me. I can kind of go where I wanted and feeling that like walkable city, public transit being like I felt that like, damn. Yeah, I would love to live here. I could live here. Like, listen.
Yeah.
There's always a tiny party that's like, I'm moving to Seattle. Always a tiny part of me. Like, I was worried when I visited New York a couple years ago that I was like, damn, am I going to go to New York and never going to come back? And I was like, nope, I'm going home. Don't need to stay here. I like New York. I'll come visit anytime. I got friends. It's fun. But no, the vibe isn't there
The
for
vibe
me.
is off.
But
Yeah.
but Seattle, it's where I'm like, ooh, I could live here. But the thing
Yeah.
is, I couldn't afford to live there. So your girl's
Yeah.
gonna stay right here.
Yep.
And then
Felt
we
that.
meet the queen.
Then we meet the queen, who I love her. Head to toe, love her.
Mm-hmm. Gorgeous. She's an elven queen, and Paolini pulls out all of the stops.
All of it. All of it. I think I love her velvet cloak the best.
The velvet cloak. Oh my god, slay. Yep. She
Yep.
ate, left no crumbs. Devoured.
Yes, absolutely. Because I think it's the velvet cloak that fell to the ground in languid folds gets me every time.
But I also love this. Despite her imposing countenance, the queen seemed fragile, as if she concealed a great pain. Also, she's got like a maleficent staff with a white raven on it.
Yeah, she does.
And then they approached the queen. Arya knelt on the moss-covered ground and bowed first. Then Eragon, Oric, Lyfen, and Nari. Even Saphira, who had never bowed to anyone, not even Ajahad or Hrothgar, lowered her head. Which, that is very much, oop, elves are the best.
Yep, it is.
Like, yeah, she's old and powerful. And like, Saphira is probably like, listen, just because you're in charge of the other people doesn't mean you're inherently worthy of my deep respect. I haven't seen anything to prove it. Whereas we know this woman has been running this place for 100 years since the fall of the Risers and the rise of Galbatorix.
Yep.
And she and her support are the reason that Saphira's egg was liberated from the Varden or from Galbatorix. And that through, so I get it. It is a little bit of like, okay, yeah, of course, even the dragon respects the Elven Queen. Yeah. But I think there is enough like in text events to support Saphira feeling this way and not just elves are great.
Yeah, I also think there's something to be said too about Saphira was in her realm in the forest, which is Queen Islanzardi's like realm, where this is the first time Saphira was like shaken to her core. Like she was like, whoa, like these, she experienced stuff she never felt. She feels like alone, but also Eragon's there to support her. So it could also be like that, like this woman rules all of this. And so it also could be just a sense of like, I respect you. You made me feel something that I never felt before. All right. Kind of thing.
It's, that makes sense too. Yeah, Saphira's been through a lot in her time here in Duweld and Varden. Anyway, then the queen drops a bombshell.
Yeah, she does.
She tells him to rise, then she approaches Arya and just stares at her. Yep. At last, Islanzari cried out and embraced Arya, saying, "Oh, my daughter, I have wronged you." And that's the chapter end.
Yep.
And it's like, yeah, man, that's the great chapter. Hey, we talked about last time
chapter
when you keep chapters together, that's where you end the chapter.
Yes,
absolutely.
For sure.
What? And that's where we end this episode.
Yeah, it is.
What a vibe. Oh my gosh.
It's like such a vibe.
What reveal. A reveal that makes perfect sense with all of like the notes we've had about like Arya and the queen and the way the other elves like talk to Arya and that line we had so long ago about the queen being like grief stricken and the elves being like, hey man, keep it down. You don't want the dwarves to hear about that. Yeah, like there's a lot.
There's a lot.
It's I'm excited. Yeah. This is great.
I'm excited. It's very like it's almost a little bit like, oh, we knew she was important. Like, we knew there was something about Arya that made her important. And it's like, this is it.
Well, beyond important, like, more special?
Yeah.
Because it's like, she is important to the plot. Like, she's been ferrying Saphira's egg. She's our friend and ally. Like, she's the first character we were introduced to.
Yep.
Maybe. Was Durza technically the first character we were introduced to?
I think Durza was the first, but
we're
like
in Durza's POV, but still, she's the only one we were first introduced to who's still alive.
Yes. She's the only first person we met that we cared about.
Yeah, that's also true. And it is. It's what a great way to describe it. Like, what fun.
Yep.
What shenanigans.
So much
shenanigans. Oh, okay. What is our writing takeaway for this episode?
Like, if you're going to drop world history on your readers, you don't have to freaking info dump at the beginning of the book. This is book 2. We're like a quarter of the way through book 2. You can extend that out, kind of thing. I don't know if we've done that
Yeah.
one before though. And it's like meeting new characters is like a good way to do like a info background world build kind of thing. Especially if that person knows more than your character.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know how to like minimize that, but that was I thought about that where just like being able to provide history of your world, like don't worry about doing it all in one go. Like you
Exactly.
have time. You
Yeah,
can
sparse it out.
expand that out. Yes.
Yeah, like we got a lot about the dwarven stuff when we were physically with the dwarves. Now we're
Yes.
getting more about the elves while we're physically with the elves. It doesn't
Mhm.
feel like you need to learn all about this world because it feels like we're just learning about Eragon. We're learning with Eragon as he's exploring his world. Like it doesn't feel like it's being told to us. That's the other thing I think Paolini does so well. Is that as of yet, like big chunks of like world building information never feels like it's being given to us, the reader. Like, oh, you need to know it because it's so clever and I'm so excited for you to know it. It does feel like it's being given to Eragon as he is exploring the world, as it becomes relevant to him to know these things.
Yep. I agree.
Yeah.
And it's nice because it doesn't feel like an info dump. Info dumps can get really tedious very quickly.
Yes.
And
especially
even
when
like
it feels like this isn't relevant.
yes, and like even now, like even though we got some history in the humans and elves, like we still don't know everything there is to know about them. We don't know their full history. There was some stuff that he was very hush hush about. The elf that Eragon was talking to, he didn't tell Eragon everything. Like, and that's the thing. Like, you don't have to tell your readers everything. You can leave a little bit of intrigue and mystery there. It's okay.
Yeah, I think that's very good. And then a fun quest.
Yes.
Have you ever been somewhere new and felt that have you ever been somewhere new that suddenly felt like home or that it could be your home?
Yeah. I mean, my big thing is like when Eragon it's funny cuz like earlier in that chapter I think or one of the chapters, gets sick of seeing the woods. He's like I'm so tired of seeing the forest. But like but then he gets like super like wide-eyed and like wow, I could live here when he gets to the like city. And it's like that's how I feel in the woods. If I am in the woods, I feel like I love it here. Like I love the sounds, I love the trees, I love the like little river over there. Camping was like my favorite thing ever. I loved it so much. Would I be able to live there by myself? Probably not. Like
No,
I know
I don't have
nothing
the
of survival.
skills.
I do not have any of that, but I love being in the woods. Absolutely.
Or
but I don't know if
what if
go ahead.
what if I tweak it, make it a little bit more fun? What fictional location would you like to live in?
I got all these worlds. I think Hyrule actually.
Hyrule is good.
Hyrule would be fun. I could literally like I don't know what, but I'm like I could open a shop there. I could just be like, you know what? I'm gonna rebuild this little, especially in Breath of the Wild or Tears of the Kingdom, when there's like ruins everywhere. I'm like I could literally go over there, build that house, and then do something with that. I don't know. I'd have to learn all the skills, of course, but that would be fun.
Yeah. You know what? Weird first thing that popped into my head, Moonbase from the Adventure Zone.
The literally fair. Literally fair. That would be a
the
fun
Bureau
place.
Of Balance.
Yes, that would be so fun.
Yeah, have an important cause in this magical world and go on adventures with my friends.
Yes.
Yeah. That seems
Absolutely.
pretty tight.
I
And
like
it's
that.
like a fun magical fantasy world, but we've got like basic like important levels of technology and indoor plumbing. Yeah, for sure, for sure.
Oh,
I would not want to live in
absolutely.
Alagasia. I have no desire to live in Alagasia. That's not it for me. Elismira, maybe, but I don't really want to camp.
Yeah.
I don't really think it sounds nice, but like I do like playing my Switch. So I would definitely have a fantasy Switch to play Fantasy Hades 2 on the moon base in the Bureau of Balance.
You wouldn't. It would literally be called Fantasy Hades.
It would just be called Fantasy Hades, and it would be my fantasy Switch, and it would have, and Garfield the Deals Warlock would have sold it to me after I like got some in-store credit after bringing back like a cursed goblet or something like that.
I want to change my answer to yours because that sounds so fun, actually.
You and I, we'll both be on the same.
We'll both be on the moon base.
We'll both be on the moon base together. It's great.
Oh, that's great. I love that so much.
Just
I would be a halfling.
Avi and Carrie and Killian.
Yes. I would be a halfling.
Probably
Probably a bard.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Absolutely a bardic halfling. I would be. Oh. You know, I really am fond of the Genasi. Like, I think they're pretty cool. I think like a water Genasi sorcerer.
Yeah.
Would be the vibe.
Oh, that would be such a vibe. Absolutely.
That's such a vibe.
I love that a lot.
All right. Hey, the next time we get a lot of Patreon money, why don't we commission someone to do? God, how much do you think it would cost to commission Carrie Peach to draw?
Oh my goodness!
The style of the Adventure Zone on the moon
base. Oh my goodness!
$1 million.
That'd probably be a
probably
lot.
Not that, but
yeah. I mean, she's so busy. I don't know if I want to bug her.
No. Is it bugging if it's like I will give you this amount of money with so many zeros if we can have this art?
I mean, that's fair. That's fair. Please make this.
But you know what? Alternatively, I bet Coda, our artist who did our Dragon's Keep art, I bet they could also do it. Like,
I bet they would. Yes,
they'd be great. They do D&D art all the time. Hey, speaking of the Dragon's Keep and Legend of Zelda and Hyrule,
yes.
This episode may be over, but if you want to enjoy more of us talking about dragons and other, if you like the part of the episode where we suddenly start talking about other pieces of storytelling and fantasy and pop culture, you'll love the Dragon's Keep.
Yeah, you will. Yes, Dragon Keep is our Patreon where we upload bonus episodes where we talk all things dragons, not just inheritance cycle dragons. We talk all things dragons. We talked about Maleficent. We talked about Anne, I forget her last name all the time. Anne McCaffrey.
Anne McCaffrey's The Dragon Riders of Pern.
Yes, and then the last episode we did was of Legend of Zelda, where I talked myself hoarse. That was very fun.
And it's Lucy taught me all about dragons. And were the 3 things I said I knew about the dragons in Legend of Zelda 60% wrong? Why, yes, they were. They were 60% wrong. Go find out which ones I were wrong about.
Yes, it was a good time.
For just $5 a month. We've been doing it for over a year, so there are over a dozen episodes that you, dear listeners, can listen to right now if you want. The party doesn't have to stop when this episode ends.
It does
your
not.
Support means the absolute world to us. But if you are not in a state to be able to donate financially, which we totally get, the world is hard. You listening to this episode, this almost 90-minute episode is huge. You spending your time with us as you're doing laundry, commuting to work, picking up your kids, maybe while actually at work if you have that kind of job. That's where I listen to my podcast. It is absolutely incredible.
Yes.
And if you want to, continue to show your support for the show, leaving a review on whatever app you listen to is super huge. It doesn't help with the algorithm because that's not actually what it's for. But what it does do is tell people who are considering listening to our show that we are worth their time. Also, hitting us up with your thoughts on Instagram, on Spotify, sending us an email at eragonpod@gmail.com. Those are all spending more time with the pod by interacting with us outside of your listening experience is a huge was talking about Hades. That's a huge boon you give us every day. It's like I walk into I beat a bunch of monsters and I get the notification on my phone that someone's left a comment on Spotify or sent us a message on Instagram. Oh my gosh, I've got a whole death defy. I'm elevated. I'm ready to go the rest of the day. My haste has been quickened.
Dropping all those mentions. But
my cast suddenly draws enemies in. I'm more powerful, and it's just thanks to someone spending a little time being like, "Hey, I had a thought while I was listening to this silly podcast you made. Thanks for making it."
And it's just super cool to whenever somebody interacts with it. It's like, oh, thank you so much. You care about us so much to go out of your way to interact with us even more so than you're already doing just by listening to the episode.
Yeah.
And
thank you.
So it's just, it means a lot.
It means a lot. Thank you for telling us you like this thing.
Yes, absolutely. Because we super enjoy making it. It's so fun.
We super enjoy making it.
Yep.
And since we just said thank you for everyone who leaves comments, episodes are running a little long, but I do just want to read just 1 or 2 real quick as a shout out.
Sorry.
We've got one from Kiki from episode 49, Council of Elders and Truth Among Friends. Eragon is honestly the series that introduced me to political intrigue in fiction, and I've certainly not found myself seeking it out. However, I don't avoid it either. I do enjoy it, I suppose, but I certainly won't be reading political-centric fiction anytime soon. The best I can think of is when I read Rings of Starlight, the Pixie Hollow novel. Ooh, hey, Pixie Hollow shout out, love that. And the politics included in that really made me love the characters more and understand the stakes. Hey, Kiki, did you read that latest one about the Summer Fairy and the Winter Fairy? That people seemed really excited about that book, so I'd just be interested to know, like, did you read that one? What'd you think about that one? How'd that one hold up? I'm never been big into Pixie Hollow, but I'm fascinated by it.
Ooh.
Just from like an outsider. Then a comment from episode 26, Vision of Perfection, and probably something else, but it ... cuts it off, so I don't know the full what we covered in that episode. But the Dragon Mage says, "Love ya. I have the same opinion of the story." Thank you. We love you too.
Thank you. Love you.
Okay. Thank you all again so much. And until next time, she's Lucy Hart.
And she's Darien Smartt.
And this was Eragon.
And back again.